get into a strip.
Thank you, Candace. It appears that we might have had some body shaming here in the break. But don't worry, Jenny Taft. I shut it down. We're not doing that in the studio. We don't do that here. We're allowed. And EA, I am allowed to have an opinion here. I am allowed to have an opinion. I just want to throw that out there. To quote my good friend Jenny Taft.
It's your show. I hope.
Sir, it's our show.
You
Okay?
have the right to have an opinion.
Yeah, I do have the right to have an
It's our
opinion.
show, but you're the leader. So.
Okay, thank you. Well, somebody who I'm looking to have an opinion on is you two guys. You, especially you, you're a diehard Cowboy fan.
Huge.
I needed you to have an opinion on the Texans beating the Cowboys 20-14 this past Saturday, and just like I confirmed with Mr. Azad here, you would not be seeing Dak Prescott in this game. Hell, you probably won't see him at any point in this preseason because we're just not going to do that. You know, we have other things in mind. We have to get ready for Tampa, you know, things like that. Did Zeke play too?
Did Zeke?
No, he didn't play because I told you that he wasn't going to play either.
You don't need him to play.
Yeah, we don't need him or Dak playing in the preseason. But this guy here, you know, he's so gung ho. We need to see this, we need to see that, and I'm like, what are you going to see in one series or
Going
in half a
against
game? That's
one of
gonna
the
tell
best
you anything?
defenses in the league from last season, but no. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Who's one of the best defenses?
Go ahead. Week 1.
Are you talking about last year?
You did not see what Tampa Bay did?
Yeah, that was last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the last time I checked, the record is 0-0 right now. Okay, so
that we're not afraid of the Super Bowl champs. But all right.
what did I tell you?
Billy,
Hold on,
go ahead.
you don't mind.
No.
What did I tell you?
ahead.
We're gonna bust them in the mouth. Come in a couple weeks, okay? Bust them in the mouth.
With no practice.
We're gonna do this on in their home on ring ceremony night. Dub City is what the Cowboys are doing.
Just like
You
draw it up
already
in the
had the
dirt.
menu set up. For
Oh,
Dub
we got
City?
the menu set up. It's
What's
gonna
going
be a feast that's beyond this world up in Dub City.
Sign me up.
What did I tell you? There is no tomorrow.
Tampa's gonna love.
There
that
is no
feast.
tomorrow. Okay, I don't want to have to host Tampa Bay and Dub City on Sunday night. I don't
Maybe you
want
should
to.
have let them play in the pre. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I'll just say this, man. I do agree with EA with Dak Prescott. I do. I feel like Dak needed a little bit of time. I understand why they're not letting him play. They feel like he doesn't need to play or whatever. They're trying to protect him. Okay, that's fine. But when you haven't played football in a long time, the only way to get back in football shape and to prepare for it is by playing the game.
Practice.
It's not the same, Walt. They're not even allowed to get close to him.
Yeah, that's good.
You don't want Dak's first hit to be in a meaningful game, and you just don't.
Right.
This is just
we want it to be week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa against Tom Brady.
Listen, Levante David and what's the other kid's name? The one that played at LSU, and he's just like a speedster. They were comparing Jabril Cox to him this year. He was a rookie for them last year, but this guy, those guys are not coming to play. They don't care about Dak Prescott and whether he had time off or nothing like that.
Don't you forget they're
coming to knock the hell out of him.
The three-fingered
Yeah.
assassin, Mr. JPP.
Oh, well, we got Leo Collins for that. Don't worry about that. That'll be shut down. Don't even worry about
Well, we
that.
know he won't be getting a hand on us, so we're not worried about that.
That was so unnecessary.
We just know that won't be happening.
That was
so don't worry
completely
about that.
unnecessary.
Billy, let me ask you a question. Aside from Dak and Zeke not playing, what did you think of the offensive starters? Did Garrett Gilbert do anything for you, or is it more that Cooper Rush?
Sir, name's 2G.
He's about to be 0G.
He just, man, you got to call that man no kid.
Kind of
man.
heard Jalen.
That guy.
I mean, I kind of heard Jerry kind of quit on him this morning on the radio.
Oh, he didn't mention him.
Didn't even mention him. Went straight to Cooper Rush, and I was like, oh, that's kind of harsh.
You know, Garrett Gilbert, man, he's just, you know, I know we were all excited about last year. I was one of those guys. I was excited when I saw him in Pittsburgh. Like, okay, we might have something as a backup, but there's a reason, man, that he was out there and available like that. We do not have a backup quarterback. I don't want anybody to fool us here in Dallas. That's not it.
Well, Jerry said.
And that guy behind him, that's the worst thing ever. That's the worst thing ever. I don't think I've ever seen anybody play quarterback
He had
that
the
bad.
audacity.
He throws a sidearm.
So I know
On a 5-yard pass, too. Nothing.
You know what's funny? So you know that when he was criticizing Romo on that tweet from a long time ago?
Yeah.
That was,
You need to let that go.
Okay,
You need to let that go.
I will not.
You need
But
to let
anyway,
that go. It's the
truth.
that game was,
Speak it.
remember 2014 against St. Louis where Romo had like 2 interceptions, but then guess what? He came back and led them. Okay, DiNucci somehow did worse in a preseason game where he threw 3 picks and a half. Are you fucking kidding me?
Romo threw 6 and still won a
No,
game.
not through and a half.
But
that was throughout. First of all, it was 5.
I'm
Get
sorry,
it
it's
right.
5.
And that was throughout the entire game.
But I mean, they still won. That's probably still the greatest Cowboy game.
It is.
Yeah, against
in
Buffalo.
History. No,
Yeah.
in history. For my lifetime, that is the greatest Cowboy game.
See, the problem is with Ben DiNucci.
Everything.
The problem with him is,
Make
like,
sure you call him DiNucci.
yeah, you're right, DiNucci. Yeah,
He only gets to play he only gets DiNucci when he plays.
I'm just gonna call him Benjamin. The problem with
It's too
Benjamin
much credit.
is that, man, when he's out there playing, people are like, oh, well, keep in mind he's playing. He's playing with like third string receivers and guys who aren't all that good. But the defense on the other side isn't all that good either. They're playing with that third string. It's not like he's going against starters.
No.
Wait, are you saying people make excuses for DiNucci?
Yeah, because I was going in on it. People are like, man, you just got to keep in mind, he's playing with lesser talent. He's not playing with the Amaris and those guys like that. But, Walter, dude, we're talking about like simple reads and stuff. I understand the guys are dropping passes and you're putting it on them, but like that interception he threw in the flats, what was he looking at, man?
See
How
Jameis?
about the last one where they had a chance to, tie the game just
Yeah.
to get a touchdown, and literally he's like,
I'm just going to force
I'm
it
like-
into, like, what are you doing?
But my point to Jameis, like, did you see Jameis throw that pass?
Yeah.
yesterday? See, that's the type of accuracy that you're looking for right there.
Yeah, see, and that's the problem, man. I don't understand why the Cowboys, like, if you think about it, over the past decade, have they ever really put any interest in like really developing a backup quarterback?
well,
I think
here-
that was the plan with Dak, right? But, I mean,
so
he shined through.
here's the thing. They've tried, of course, they've drafted lower tier guys, but it's never been successful for the Cowboys. In fact, they technically haven't really drafted a high round draft pick. Dak, they got lucky with Dak, he was
Right.
a 4th rounder. Romo was an undrafted free.
Yeah,
They haven't really, since Aikman, they've never been really good on the draft and quarterback
Did you hear
thing.
my guy Jerry said this morning? You probably listened. Well, we know you didn't listen. If you did listen, I'm trying to figure out why and how.
I got the quotes from reliable sources, but
So he listened to it.
I
which
got
he should
quotes.
be.
I got
yeah,
quotes.
You got quotes and whatever.
you do know that plenty of people transcribe the interview.
Well, it's not on your station, so why do you care?
It's Jerry Jones. He's the owner, and I have
Oh, okay. Just shaking see. But besides, I'm getting off track here. This guy here, he's really disgusting. But the thing is, Billy, is that my guy Jerry, I'm a big time Jerry guy. He says we can't afford to put our interest in that right now with the amount of money that we're spending on the quarterback.
Right.
And I firmly agree with that. We spend a lot of money. We don't want to think about or see the backup quarterback. When we see that, that means that, to me, I believe the season is over whenever the backup quarterback comes in the game.
See, that's not entirely true.
Yeah, it's not because
Again, sorry, I didn't cut you off. I was
Go
gonna
ahead,
say,
go ahead.
what if it's just for 3 to 4 games?
temporary. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a month
Okay, that's
or
fine,
something.
but I'm just saying, but is the backup quarterback? Am I expecting the backup quarterback to win me a couple games?
In plenty of situations, the backup quarterback has stepped in won multiple games or 3 or
I'm
4
sorry,
games.
is he going to take me to the Super Bowl?
Well, but why do you expect? Why are your expectations? Again, if Dak goes down for a season-ending injury, I get that. I'm with you there. Very unlikely that your backup quarterback can come out. You're not going to have the Nick Foles situation there.
Well, here's the thing, EA. That's the problem with this backup quarterback situation. See, we don't want that to happen because you know what's going to happen. People like you are going to start calling for Dak Prescott's job if the backup quarterback comes in and start by, oh yeah, you will in a heartbeat. You're going to start calling for his job, and then what's going to happen? You're going to start having quarterback controversy just like they had over there in Philly.
No.
Excuse me, sir, if you don't mind, I'll let you speak, please. Just like they did in Philly, where after Nick Foles won the Super Bowl, guess what it was? Oh, we need to start putting Nick Foles in over Carson Wentz. We got to keep Nick Foles. And what did Philly say? No, we're keeping Carson Wentz, and we're going to send Nick Foles off to the deal. We don't want that controversy here in Dallas. Okay, we got enough on our plate. Jerry told you, I don't have a lot of time to waste. I got to win this thing.
Okay, first of all,
And we ain't winning with no backup quarterback.
Listen, if we ever get to the point where we get to that situation, then let's have that conversation.
Yeah,
we're not even close to that. Let's stop talking about Super Bowls and stuff. We haven't got
Do
to
you
the
not
AFC
think that
Championship game.
I feel this is a year. This is a year that the Dallas Cowboys can get there.
Every year,
That's what other people say.
No,
I'm talking about me.
you said,
I've
yeah.
never said the Dallas Cowboys won the
I've
Super
heard
Bowl.
you.
You've never
Are
heard
you
me say
kidding
the Dallas Cowboys won the
the
Super Bowl.
year, the 2019, you were geared up for a Super Bowl run. You had to go your dub. But
I never had.
I still remember that.
First off, I never had us in the Super Bowl.
No, you pulled out the list and you were giving us dubs like crazy.
Yeah.
Because
I believed in what they could do.
Anyway.
Unlike you, who didn't even believe in
I'm a
them.
realist.
You didn't even take the New Orleans Saints against the Cowboys, and what did I do?
I'm a realist.
You weren't a realist because they won it.
Realist.
You tried to say we were going to get creamed and smashed.
So here's the thing. Moving on from I think that the quarterback situation, they can easily go get a veteran on the street.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
They could have got Josh Rosen, but they didn't.
We're not doing that.
And that's what they should have done. Let that be known.
Yeah, no,
Let that be known.
Regardless, though,
Who
I
got
think,
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
ups to Atlanta for signing Josh Rosen.
But
Big ups to them.
they're much better in that position than we are, for sure.
Well,
without
I mean,
question.
they're going to be getting rid of Matt Ryan here in a year or so.
Yeah,
anyway,
so it's a
okay
good
for
move.
them to do it.
I think
getting rid of our
overall,
quarterback.
overall,
Go ahead.
sorry,
Sorry,
overall,
Mr. Zai, go ahead.
let's get back to the game.
Okay.
Overall, though, my opinion of the game was, again, there were a lot of sloppiness to this game where I didn't like that. But overall, the best that came out of it was, in my opinion, the defense, especially the first team defense.
Yeah.
There was some communication issues, and I understand now because Dan Quinn wasn't at the game,
Right.
and so they had Joe Witt Jr.
Yeah, Jr.
He was doing the call-in, so maybe there was some confusion there. But once they got a hang of it, that defense played extraordinarily well.
Yeah.
Especially when they got into the second and third team. The biggest concern to me right now is your offensive line and the backups because we know that Tyron can play, we know Lyle can
still
play,
not up, Ken.
we know that Zach can play. What about the rest of the guys? Because we know Connor Williams can play guard.
Okay.
We know that Connor McGovern can play guard too.
At all.
But we don't know who's going to play center.
Right. Isn't it supposed to be Tyler Biotish? That's supposed to be his job, right?
Supposedly Tyler Biotish is our starting center.
Right.
But
That's what they drafted him to
Did you
be.
see him play?
Yeah, I did. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Did you see him play, Walt? Did you see the extraordinary talent of Tyler Biotish?
I did. I missed Tyler Biotish.
Well, I mean, he's just.
I mean, I saw
He's
him
getting
stand over
bullied out there,
somebody.
man.
He looked like he looked like a little kid going against like his big brother, and every time his big brother's winning his battle.
Yeah, he's getting bullied in there, man. And that's the guy. That's the very
That's your
first guy.
starter. That's
Yeah.
your starter. Now your backup, Connor Williams, who they want to take the starting position so they can move Connor McGovern over to guard. He sucks at snapping the football.
Yeah.
So what do? Do you get a guy who can snap the football and get blown up through the middle,
Dak's running for his life.
or get a guy who can't snap the football but he could probably block?
These are only Dallas Cowboy problems, by the way. No other team across the league is having problems trying to figure out who's going to snap the
Well,
damn
it's
ball from
unfortunate.
center.
It's
That's not
unfortunate.
true.
Well, I mean,
No,
You just don't know that.
yeah, we just don't. We're not in those markets. I guarantee you, in San Francisco, they're probably talking about it too.
They're trying to figure out what to do with
Quarterback.
with the quarterback
Yeah,
situation.
Trey Lance or Jimmy G.
well, we know. Well, it's obvious to me. I mean, where you go with that? You got to go with your younger guy. You're putting all your stock in him or whatever. I mean, and you.
The guy has
No, when a quarterback like that does that, you have to let him go out there and proverbially,
shit the bed.
yeah. I don't
San
want
Francisco
to
feels
say
like they're a contender right
he,
now.
he
so.
has to go out there and pretty much do himself in at that point. They're just letting him, go out there and do it.
So I'm worried about the offensive line right now, especially, and also your backup offensive linemen are horrendous. Your second and third string offensive line, whatever number it is, outside of your starting five, that is a horrendous
See,
job.
that's where the focus needs to be instead of backup quarterback. Because you know what? You won't have to worry about a backup quarterback if your line is taking care of business.
Right. Well,
you told me Tyron was going to be ready to go. Tyron didn't
Tyron's
play.
fine.
He didn't play. Did he play in this
he
game?
did, he did a little bit. No,
He
he
did-
played a little bit.
He
played a little. I don't think he played the whole
okay,
time.
all right. So
Maybe
I'm
like a
not too
series
concerned.
or
Tyron wasn't there.
But okay, but your swing tackles are hit and miss. Nasicki is the only one that
Nasicki, yeah.
I like, but Steele and Knight are terrible. On the other end, you got Connor McGovern. He's fine. I like him. There is some good there in the backup position, but Tyler Biotish and Connor Williams, they got to figure that center
Does Zach
position.
Martin play too? I didn't see him.
I think Zach got a little bit of playing time.
They
That
got-
whole starting
they got a
crew
little.
got like a series or two.
Yeah, they
but
didn't
not
get like
much.
everything.
That's what I'm saying.
But Walt, there's a huge issue there because one of your starters is not playing well. So Tyler, I guess we're going to go with Biotish, and if he gets bullied, he gets bullied. So what they're going to have to do is they're going to give him some help.
Yeah, of course.
They're going to have to position or scheme it to where both Zach Martin is going to have to come over and help
And
on
help,
that
yeah.
end. So I don't know if that's going to be sustainable through 17 seasons
Yeah,
or weeks.
Yeah, see, my thing is, man, and when you're building an offensive line, you need to make sure that at all costs, man, you want to make sure that each one of your five guys up front can handle a one-on-one battle. That's why we do it in training camp. We have the one-on-ones because I need to know that Tyler Biotish can block his guy one-on-one. And that makes it a lot easier. When you start having to chip down with other guys, your scheme gets messed up, assignments are blown, guys are shooting through gaps and everything, and the $40 million man is back there who hasn't played football all season in a year, and then you're going to expect him to try to avoid that. You're setting him up for failure, man. You got to do something with that offensive line to get that right.
What about the receivers? What did you see on the receivers on the offensive stuff? Your guy got a touchdown, didn't he?
Which one?
Gallup? No, not receivers, running back wise.
Oh, Tony
Pollard?
Pollard?
Yeah, Tony
TP.
Pollard.
TP?
GTP.
That's right. And you see that little screen thing they gave that they should be using on Zeke
Yeah,
for
they
now
never
on.
do for whatever
But
reason.
no, but Tony
That's what
Pollard-
you guys call him, TP?
Yeah, TP.
Yeah,
baby.
TP, yeah.
What's he, TP24?
TP20.
TP20. Okay, yeah, I like it. TP20.
Yeah. Mr. Pollard, he's a good man, and he and Zeke are gonna work really well
But
together.
you prefer
I don't
Pollard
you
and
prefer
Zeke.
Pollard
I
over
don't
Zeke,
prefer
right?
Pollard.
Yeah,
Zeke.
right. That's what
Zeke
you
does
want,
it.
right?
Zeke's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, well, until he gets paid.
No, well, we already gave the money to Zeke, so sorry, Mr. Pollard.
Yeah, gotta
Overall,
Get out that
I
man's
like the
pockets.
receivers. I like how I saw from my guy, Cedric Wilson. He got a touchdown.
Okay.
Amari Cooper he kind of looked a little rusty.
Yeah, as to be expected.
Yeah, but I just seen him pass him. He marched what's his name in practice today?
Oh, yes, he did.
Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
But again, overall, the biggest thing was that your defense looks great.
Right.
The linebackers are all flying off the ball. Michael Parsons, I'm ready. I'll eat as much crow as I want. Okay, because
You should.
He's playing.
that guy has really changed his defense.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it from him, but good God.
What didn't you expect when you told
I
me he
didn't-
runs a 4 something? I told you this is a
4-3,
problem.
sideline to
I
sideline.
told you this is a
I didn't
problem.
know
He's a
that-
problem
you know what? I
child,
didn't
man.
know that
He's a
speed-
problem
I didn't
child.
know speed was going to be that effective in changing the whole dynamic of this
EA,
defense.
he runs a 4-3 on defense.
I know.
What did I
There's
tell you?
there's
That means
receivers
you
that don't
can't-
run that fast.
There are receivers who don't
Yeah.
run that fast. If you run by him, he has the ability to catch you.
He's just
That's crazy.
but you know, it's not even just his speed; it's just his ability to find where the ball carrier is.
He's very instinctive.
yeah.
Yes.
And so that to me,
We got to find a way to tone him down a little bit. I've seen him out there doing some of that
He's
stuff.
just a little
That Vander Esch Warner.
Can't
guy.
make
We
every
need-
play.
Yeah, we need
Can't
to
make every
tone him down. And,
he's a young
I
pup.
wish I was going to practice on Friday. I'd sit that young man down and tell him,
But you're
listen,
not.
I don't need you. We don't need you out there trying to get every play. Just make him. Well, I want you involved in them, but I don't want you trying to make every play.
See,
We need
he's
to
like-
maximize.
He's like Chance from Homeward Bound, and we need Leighton Vander Esch, who's Shadow, to come. But
What
hey,
the hell? That's
never-
about dogs
Yeah, but
and a cat.
he's the cat's
Siamese cat, too, right?
the cat's Jalen Smith.
Oh god.
I knew he was going to go there. Bobby asked a really good question on here, man. And I know we were talking about the defense, but he asked the question: Who's your number one receiver on this team?
Oh, that's easy. CD Lamb.
No,
Yeah, that's easy. Very easy. CD Lamb.
Amari Cooper's still your number one.
Amari's still the number one. Yeah, can I point out something real quick, man?
Did you see the Hard Knock clip that we'll see tonight? But it was on Twitter tonight.
Did you see the Hard Knocks clip this past week too? They were talking about CD Lamb.
Yeah.
And they've been saying
Right.
how he's been high. I mean, he's
Right,
been
That's
hyped and
fine.
everything.
But if you saw the one today that got released, and our good friend Patrick Walker of CBS Sports, he put it out there. He goes, and people think he's not the number one, and he was kind of laughing about it. And I was like, I agree. And you watch the little clip, he's giving. Guess who Mr. Cooper's giving pointers out to? He's giving pointers to CD Lamb. He's like, hey, this is how, and CD is like, oh, and he was.
Wow.
wow.
He's a great veteran.
CD's like,
he's a
whoa.
great veteran receiver to take
no,
cues
yeah,
from.
So that's your number one. Okay, Amari Cooper's
Well,
your number
no,
one.
he's
No,
your number
I would
two.
agree. Amari is your number one. I don't think.
Well, we can't say that when people are touting CD Lamb to have the best season, and he's going to be making the plays and everything.
Well, I put it like I'll say this. I think Amari Cooper will probably be your most consistent receiver, barring injury. I think
Which will be
CD.
next week.
Well, no, don't say that, man. I think Amari's the best overall receiver. He's going to be your most consistent guy, but I think CD Lamb is your playmaker and receiver.
He is your hey, the big money on the table. Let's hit it down.
Let me hit
I
88.
Big
understand
play,
where you're
big
coming
play,
from. Big
He's your
play 88.
guy.
I understand it. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you brought this up. This is a good question, Bobby. I'm really glad you brought this because there's a sucker MC in the room who wants to take Michael Gallup over Amari Cooper.
Oh, I would.
Right. So
If I had to choose between the two,
so you choose between two, but you think Amari Cooper's the number one receiver?
he is your number one receiver. The guy is relentless at route running. The guy can
Is he?
pretty much.
He's
yeah.
a technician.
He
He's
is.
technician?
Yeah.
Great route runner, right?
He's excellent.
One of the greatest.
And has good hands.
But
Great hands.
but if
Yeah.
I'm going,
if only we could see it in the game.
But you make it. That's my point.
Yeah.
Going forward,
Yeah.
who if I want to be my going forward, if I had to choose between the two receivers,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going for the younger Michael Gallup.
Oh,
who-
so you're taking youth over experience.
Well, yeah, who I'm going to want to pay in the next thing,
Oh.
and we already paid him. We can get out of Marius. Again, those are just cap.
And you've
gymnastics.
already found a loophole out of
Those
his
are-
contract too, huh?
Of course, we got to find. Listen, I'm trying to be smart like my guy Stephon.
Well, it's kind of stupid to me, man. A lot of times when we talk about these like cap numbers and all this stuff, because no matter how much money they save, they don't spend it. That's just not the Cowboy way. They're not going to spend the money in free agency. I don't give a damn. DeAndre Hopkins pops up available on the market next year.
We can't do that.
Yeah, they're not going to spend the money. That's just not what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So all this trying to
I
save
think,
money and stuff, I don't
the way
understand.
Steven runs this team is like Jerry's not gonna like he has no inheritance. Like
They run the organization on a deficit. Is what they run on.
Yeah,
That's what they
basically.
run on.
It's like they
run like we don't have any money.
Yeah.
It's like Jerry's
Which is
spending all the
crazy.
money and we're just trying to recoup it. Let me ask you guys this: what was other than Ben DiNucci? What was the most negative aspect of the game to you guys? What worries you?
CeeDee Lamb been on the field. I didn't understand that. I don't agree.
He
with
needed
it.
to play.
He needed to play. Why?
They all need to play.
No, they don't. None of the starters should play.
You're just so chicken about it. Like
I am.
Yeah. Why?
I mean, I watched Tony Romo's career end off of a play because
but
people like
you know what, Romo-
because people like you just had to see Tony
But
Romo
that was
on the
just
field.
but that was just his fluke. That could have very well happened in week 1 too, man.
Yeah.
That was a very flukish way he got hurt. It's not like
I love Tony Romo, but
it was very fluke.
His body was that brittle.
Yeah,
He was breaking
His body
down.
had failed him at that point, and that's
Yeah.
because of what I said before, not protecting him. You didn't want to spend money to get offensive linemen all those years.
Yeah,
And then when it finally
that's
came
what
down to
happened. So when you had 3 straight years of just
all the time.
I mean, hell, the guy had a punctured lung and he had to play through a game.
That was against those San Francisco 49ers, the Jesse Holley play. I remember that.
I mean, everybody does. I mean, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, you make a very valid point. But
I think
I'm
we
just
should-
saying.
we need to
I'm
play-
just saying your thinking, you and Billy's thinking about putting starters on the field is what ended that season.
Well, I'm just saying.
But it also,
you know what's funny?
But it also got us Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. I will throw that.
Okay, but let me ask you this question: you're so worried about the guys not getting hurt, but then you put so much emphasis on week 1. Because Billy, I don't know if you know this, but Walt says that if they lose week 1, the season's over.
What?
I said the
What
season.
is that?
Yes, you have. You said
happen?
it's winner. No, you said
not
forget-
like physically, like mentally. I feel that it's
Yeah,
over.
he doesn't. He's like
The
give it
season's
up.
over.
It's
Mentally,
done.
if they lose,
Yeah,
they lose.
because-
Why?
Because that's
Man.
the defending champion. You're going on in their home, ring ceremony night. This is a big game. This could potentially be the NFC Championship game.
It's just one game.
I know it's
one
could be,
game.
but that's how it works in the NFL. You got one game and you're out.
No,
It's just like basketball. we can play.
no.
Excuse me, sir. I'm having a conversation with Billy. Do you mind?
but you're telling him
I'm talking
nonsense.
to you.
When
Asked
he's-
my opinion. I'm giving it to
and you
Billy.
gave
Do mind?
nonsense.
It didn't matter if I'm giving. I'm talking to Billy right now. You will have your moment in just a second.
Let me
This is
understand
great,
this.
guy. I am just saying the importance of this game.
Okay.
The importance of this game. How important it is. They've coming off a bad season. The quarterback snapped his ankle.
Okay.
We haven't done good in the past 2 seasons. This is a game where they need to come out and make a statement. This is a statement game for the Dallas Cowboys.
I'll agree
This is
with
how-
you on that.
This is to send a message to the rest of the league. We are back. We are not playing with these guys. We are coming out here. We hitting hard. And we getting dubs.
So yeah, and again, that's fine. That's great sentiment. But if they lose, why do you think it's just done? Do you think it's deflating? They still have
It's
16 more
but even
games
Jerry,
to go.
even Jerry's like, you know, this is a game right here. This is the game.
Yeah,
right
it's a
here.
huge game.
This is a
Everyone's
huge
watching.
game. Like you
Everyone's
got
watching.
this is prime time. Like
Everybody's watching.
You cannot go up there and lose number one, and you cannot get blown out.
No.
What if you have a real competitive game and Tom just does what Tom does and they win in the end?
I might get, but
No.
you can't get blown out.
Okay.
Okay,
You
you
can't-
can't
you
get
can't-
blown out in any other game. It doesn't matter. Regardless, you get blown out, you get blown out. That looks bad
No,
regardless.
it
L
looks
is
bad.
L.
It looks bad
A
to get
lot,
blown out
but-
by the defending champions on opening night,
Right.
on ring ceremony night in their stadium. Or I can come up there and bust you in your mouth
Right.
on ring ceremony night in your home stadium and send a message to the rest of the league that we not playing with y'all this year.
Put the league on notice.
We put
Yeah.
you on notice.
But okay, so here's the thing. Again, it's a marathon of a season. There's
is.
still 16 other games. The Cowboys did beat the defending Super Bowl champions once on opening night. That was a few years ago, back when the New York Giants were the Super Bowl defending champions, and the Cowboys beat them. And guess what? I don't think we made the playoffs that year. We went 8-8 again. So
Why are you
idea,
talking about something that happened years ago?
because I'm using it as an example. That,
Well, that was a different regime, different Cowboy team than what we have now. This is a complete Cowboy team. Listen, this Cowboy team is this offense. There's no excuses this year. They have everything they need. They have everything they need. They have a
They
running back.
don't have a center.
They have a quarterback. I don't even listen. Your wide receiving core is great. You got CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, who you just told me was the number 1 guy. You have Dalton Schultz and Blake Jarwin. That's almost like you have it to where you can literally throw the ball up in the air and somebody's gonna come down with it.
Also, if you are under duress,
and you have Ezekiel Elliott, who is healthy, who can run the football.
Does he not understand this?
Yeah, but you have to have that offensive line in place
the offensive line
for all that to work.
I'm
That's the biggest,
I'm
most
not
important
disputing
thing.
that, but I'm saying like this offense is
It's
there's
capable.
no excuses.
It's capable. Yeah, you
That
have
is
all the tools.
If you line
You
it
have
up
the tools.
against anybody else, you say, damn. You look at on paper, you like, God, boy, that's a woo.
That line
we got
up, yeah.
we got a
No
we
doubt
got a
about
head
it.
scratcher
No
this
doubt
weekend
about it.
coming, and
But
you
it-
still got your guy Michael Gallup, the deep threat.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But my thing
And he's
is,
more than that. Y'all got to stop doing that to
What's
that
that?
man. He's more than just a defense.
I don't.
You guys gotta stop
I mean,
doing
that's what
that
Mr.
to him.
Zod told me.
You
he
got to
was.
stop doing that.
I didn't
to
do
him,
that.
okay?
He's just throwing it to me because he wants to make something like that's what he calls him, a deep threat.
Yeah, he's more than that. But go ahead, Curry.
All I'm saying, I don't want to do the Trump thing, but all
You did have it going right there.
man, listen here. No, the problem is this idea of you're putting too much pressure on week 1 and when there's 16 other games and the season's not over just because you lose even by 4 or 5 points to the defending Super Bowl champions. Okay, there's still week 2, week 3.
That's when I got them taking it.
What if?
real L.
So what if?
That's when I got them taking
But let me
real
ask you a
L,
question. Let's say they lose week 1 and then pull off 5 straight wins. They're 5-1. Then they're one of the best teams in the NFC after that point. Yet you said the season's over. So you see what you're doing with this, putting all this pressure on week 1.
Yeah, I need to put all this pressure on week
No.
1 because that is an
Just
important
week 1.
game. It's
Just
not
week
just
1.
week 1. See, that's the problem. See, that's the
No,
problem.
here's
with
the
people
problem.
Like
Here's the
you
problem.
think too
the
small.
real problem is
You think
here's
too
the real
small.
problem. Put the camera on me, Cap. Here's the real problem, people. All right, the real problem is we don't win the December and the January games.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are important. I'm sick and tired of us
care
doing
less
well in
about
September
September.
and
Yeah.
October and even a little bit in November. It's about the late season,
December,
people.
January.
Okay, and then when we get into the playoffs, it's about getting past the NFC divisional round.
Yes.
And we haven't done since 1996. A little clarification: my little sister was born in 1996, and then she's all grown up now. Okay, that's the problem. We need to stop overhyping season openers just
one.
because they're getting the ring that year. Who gives a fuck? It's a football game. It's just a football game. It's week 1. It's a 17-game season, people.
And it's
Thank
all
you guys.
and it's all played between those white lines, man. It's all done between the white lines.
Does he know the Cowboys lost the season opener last year to the Rams? I know because I was at.
They lost a lot of games that season.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying that they lost the season opener.
Right.
And what happened? What happened the rest of that season?
Injuries.
Even before Dak Prescott,
Should I just bring up the one I brought up that they beat the Giants and then they went 8-8 that season?
I don't care about this season.
They
That's
didn't
not
make the
the
playoffs?
same. That's not
Then
the same
I don't
team.
care about last season.
This is the same team
we
from
don't care
last
about
season.
last season. No, it's not. This is actually very different.
What's the difference in the offense?
Huh?
What's
What
the
about
difference in the
the-
offense?
the
Because everybody was there. Because everybody was there last year, except Dalton. I think Dalton Schultz got hurt. I'm sorry, Blake Jarwin got hurt that
he
game.
did. Yeah, first game.
He got hurt that game.
Yeah, but Dak Prescott was, you're only your quarterback for literally about a month.
I'm talking about. I didn't ask you about it. I'm talking about that game. That game last year. Everybody was there.
Right,
It was C.D. Lamb's rookie year, so everybody's here this year.
right.
What I'm saying they
And
lost the season opener last year.
and that's the reason why we had a doom season, because they lost that one game. Even though there were plenty of reasons why they lost that in that whole entire season, mainly because Dak Prescott got
That
hurt.
is one, but before they got to Dak Prescott, like they lost. Didn't they?
They were
lose
like
the,
2-4.
Didn't they lose the following week too?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
we lost the
No,
following.
I think that was the only.
Yeah, we didn't lose. We didn't win to the Atlanta game. And that
Okay.
was like week 3.
So we were 1-3.
Right.
After Atlanta.
So that was because they lost the Rams.
and who did we beat after that?
We didn't beat the Redskins neither time, so I can't. I don't remember who the next win was.
Again,
that season is just thrown away from me.
So again, if you just lose the season, again,
You lost the
make it-
season over. You were
so-
losing. You were losing
again,
games.
so I can point you to any other season or any other time in history they've won season openers before, and again, it doesn't really matter because you have a long season to go. Again,
Listen.
it's more important about how you finish than how you start.
Listen,
yes, I'm not saying lose the first game. I don't
Yeah.
want that to happen, but
Sure
you
sounds
are
like it.
putting too much emphasis on the
Yeah.
season opener when we need to get prepared for the whole long
Well,
season.
we all know how this thing works too. I mean, you already know how the headlines are going to read. Cowboys go up September 9th, take care of the Bucks. Cowboys go into Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
They go into Tampa Bay and get a dub. Okay, rookie Micah Parsons impresses, whatever. They'll be on the Cowboys all week. This team has the ability to go out and lay an egg against the Chargers the very next week. So I understand exactly where you're coming from. It's a huge game. Football's back. We're all excited. New season, new hopes, new aspirations. But I'd have to agree with you, or to disagree with you completely here. I really don't. I want them to win, but if they don't win, I'm not going to freak out. They shouldn't freak out. You still have 16 games. The goal is to win your division, first and foremost. Take care of the Giants, the football team, and those damn Eagles. You take care of them, man. Everything else will be there for you with an opportunity to do it. You're not making the playoffs by beating the Bucs, and you're not missing the playoffs by beating or losing to them.
And
it's just like that.
I'm not trying to say let's lose the first game.
Right,
of
of
the
course
season.
not.
No,
Play
I want to win just as
maximum.
much as they want to win.
Yeah.
But don't put too much pressure on this and make it
Yeah.
the be all end all.
Don't throw it away
Yeah.
if it doesn't work out.
If it doesn't work out, don't say, "Oh, and I don't want you coming here the day after the game." Like,
And another thing, can I go ahead and put Cowboys Nation on notice with this too, man? This is
please.
very important.
they need to be put on
This is
notice.
very important. I don't know if this is on me or not, but hopefully it is.
Cat, let's get it on him.
Here we go. Cowboys Nation, please understand that first drive, defensive drive, okay, or defensive setting for us against the Bucs. If they go down and score, don't throw Dan Quinn away. Don't say it was all a failure. Don't say we hired the wrong
Talk
guy.
about people like you.
Don't say, oh, Micah Parsons isn't good because someone ran a route on him. Listen, the ultimate way that we're going to test this thing is by the end of this football season, where does the Cowboy defense rank? How do they get off the field on third downs? Do they create turnovers? Do they make game-changing plays? Do they keep you out of the end zone and force you to three? That's what we need to determine how this defense is playing. Not by one series. I already see it coming, Walt. The first time there's a deep pass completed, oh my God, this is why we should have got a safety. Oh my God, this is why we shouldn't have paid DeMarcus Lawrence. He makes too much money. Oh my God. Don't do that, guys. Give it a chance. Let's at least get to midseason and then make an assessment of what's going on
I
here.
mean, if Tom Brady was
And,
watching down the
and
field.
EA and his radio buddies, that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're prone to do over there. But let's take a break real quick. Let's go into Cowboys Nation. Jared was on talking about this COVID situation.
Yes, that was.
Okay. Whatever. And yeah, let's just talk about this COVID situation, Cowboys. That's really just what I want to dive into.
Outbreak.
Yeah, we got a little bit of an outbreak. So let's take a break. We come in. Let's go into Cowboys Nation and talk Cowboys COVID protocol right here next on DallasOnAir.com.
Chicago plus 13 on the board to